up, A-Team, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, it is going to be a makeup tutorial. So if you like this look, make sure to keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do today is hydrate. Is the PORELESS Hydrating Facial Oil. This is in the Coconut Rose. So I go ahead and apply 3 drops on my face, 2 on each cheek and then 1 on the forehead. Sometimes I go between rubbing with my fingers or using my brush, but today I'm going to go ahead and use my brush. While I let that sit in, I go in with my brows, and for my brows I just go ahead and brush them out first. Go ahead and use my MORPHE brow palette. This is brow 8. And I go ahead in between these bottom 3 colors. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this first in the inner corners. So I go ahead and flick it up in the inner corner just to make it a little bit more fuller, but not too extra because I do like that gradient effect. Now with the 2 darker shades, I go ahead and mix those 2. Just because I do like my brows to be a little bit darker. And I go ahead and line it up. I like them to somewhat have like a natural feel to it. So that's why I do stick with powder. And honestly, sticking with the MORPHE brow palette, I've been using this forever. The color ranges is perfect with my brow. When I go blonder, because my blonde used to be like all the way up. Of course, now you see it's already like kind of done with. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing with the other brow. But when I go like super blonde, like I use these 2 shades and mix those 2 shades because then I have my brows to be a little bit lighter. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and clean up my brow with my foundation. If I can find that brush, I'm just going to go ahead and clean it up right underneath. I'm going to go ahead and put on some chapstick. I kind of forgot. Now I'm going to go ahead and start with my foundation. I'm going to go ahead, or not foundation, my eyeshadow. I'm still kind of waking up. So I am going to be using my Morphe 35W palette. I have no idea what the heck happened with this pot, but it's missing, so hopefully I'll find her later. I'm going to go ahead and use a combination of this color and this color. The excess, so I'm going to just pop it in the corner. I'm not sure. Oh, there you go. I have been concealing my lids lately, and I have noticed that I am starting to get very, very dry. So I'm going to go ahead and stop doing that momentarily just so my eyelids can recover. I'm going to go ahead and with this shade right here. Ooh, that's a lot. So try not to put as much in me, but I'm going to do it anyways. I went ahead and packed it on like right in that corner. So now I'm going to go ahead and blend it a little bit further. I'm going back in with the same brush I used before. And now that I have both of those blended out, I'm going to go ahead and actually use this brush. This is a crown brush. This is C210 Oval Smudger. Just to brighten it up a bit, it's going to be this pinkish toned. I'm going to spray it with my hydrating facial mist. I don't have a setting spray right now, so this will do. This is PORELESS. This is the rose water. I got this from Marshall's and it was for $7.99. Then I'm going to go ahead right here. Ooh, that's pretty. I don't know how one of my pots went missing. Like, I don't know how that happened, but it did. So now I went ahead and I did use this to blend it out a little bit. My camera just kind of cut off. So I just kind of went in windshield wiper motions very carefully so I don't wipe off too much product. But this was just to blend. See, I said very carefully, and right when I did that, I took off some. I didn't want to. But I'm going to go ahead and use my Morphe palette again, the 35W. I'm going to go ahead and go in with this and this shade for my brow bone. This one I do like, but it's a little bit too light for the brow bone. I like it to appear bright, but I don't want it to be like super white. So I'm going ahead and, oh, I'm using, if I forget something, I'm going to list all the products down below. Sorry. I am new to tutorials, so I'm kind of a little rusty. Well, I'm a total newbie, so I know I'm going to forget sometimes. This is a brush by IT Cosmetics. It's a dual-sided brush. My in-law actually got this for me from IMATS. So I'm going ahead and generously applying those two lighter shades to the brow bone. I actually used my spatula to scoop out some of my product from my Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This is a matte and poreless in the shade Serenity. So I went ahead and grabbed a generous amount. I will build it up afterwards. This is a medium coverage, but it's totally buildable. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Eco brush. This is the multitasking brush. I got this from Target. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this out. Going ahead and making sure I also bring this down to the neck. One thing that I realized I didn't do, I've been trying to get in the habit of when I moisturize my face, I also moisturize like my neck, just because it's such a delicate area as well. But I always forget. I'll have to like seriously remind myself to do that. I go back and forth between using like a beauty blender, or not necessarily beauty blender, but a beauty sponge, and using a brush, but for some reason I've been feeling the brush application lately, because I feel like every time I go in with a beauty blender or a beauty sponge, it just doesn't, it takes up so much product. And of course I love the finish because it literally melts the foundation in with your skin, but it's just hasn't been my thing lately. So I'm going ahead and putting some of this underneath my eyes. This is the shade Tape in the shade Fair Neutral. I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit to the nose, forehead, and chin, also above my lip. I'm going to go ahead and use my e.l.f. This is a concealer, flawless concealer brush. I got this from Target as well. Sorry, it's a little bit dirty. I'm going to go ahead and spray this with my hydrating facial mist. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me loose setting powder, well, loose finishing powder, excuse me. This is in the shade Fair. So I just go ahead and dip in my brush. And I like to use a generous amount. And I'll just pat that sucker right there. That scared me. I accidentally cut out of the video, but it's still safe, so that was nice. I don't know why, but when I slide my finger like that way across my pad, it just like puts my laptop on sleep mode. I didn't know that was a thing. But yeah, so I pretty much just bring out the bronzer straight away, like literally right here at the top of my ear. And I bring it right down. Same thing with this one. I like to have it a little bit higher and make sure I bring out that far just to make my cheeks look a little bit more like that. And I put it higher because I have chubby cheeks, so it just works better for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of pat this out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit on my forehead, tiny bit on my temples. I just like to warm up the hairline. Mainly right here in the forehead though, because if I put too much right here, it makes my face look a little bit funky. I'm gonna go ahead and line up the jaw. So I'm going ahead and blending this out with my e.l.f. brush. Cool. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut the cheeks. I'm going to go ahead and use the same brush, the Real Technique brush. Real Technique brush. Oh my gosh. Cannot say that right now. I'm just going to line it up. Same thing with the other side. Usually I do use my spongy for this, but I can't find it. I don't know where the heck I put it. I'm going to put a little bit of bronzer on my nose. And I'm using this, actually my sister-in-law gave me a bronzer and highlighting palette, so this brush just came with it. It's just like an angled brush. So just go ahead right down this side from my eyebrow. Just drag that baby down. So see, now my nose is back. Same thing with the other side. I don't know why, but this side is always so much easier than this side. I can't talk when I do this side. It's just like, you know, when you put mascara or eyeliner, you're like, hold up, don't talk to me. That's what I do when I do this side. My hand just doesn't want to cooperate with me. Okay, I kind of did it. Got my nose looking a little snatched. So now I'm going to go ahead and put on my lashes, so I will be right back. Okay, so now since these babies are on, these are the KOKO lashes. My friend Erin actually gave these to me and I am in love with them. I've never actually tried KOKO lashes before, but they're bomb. These are Goddess. So before I go ahead and begin to highlight, I'm going to go ahead and spray myself. So this is the same thing, just instead of rose water, it's going to be the coconut rose. So I'm going to go ahead and spray my face. It smells so good. They have another one and it's coconut, and I wish I would have gotten it, but I will get it when I go to Marshall's again. So I'm pulling down my shirt for the millionth time, and now that I'm kind of letting it mold together, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my highlighter. I'm going to use my Tarte highlighter. This is Exposed. Very pretty. I'm more into the golden shades. I do like pink kind of highlighters, but I was kind of disappointed because I used this Naked highlighter in the Get Ready With Me, and it's honestly really beautiful, but it just did not show like for that long. It literally, when I was taking like a clip of my makeup up close with my iPhone because it's just better camera quality, you couldn't even see my highlight. I was like, girl, you know how popular highlight is. Why is your formula not popping right now? And I love Naked products, don't get me wrong. I have all of their Naked palettes, except the mini Naked Heat. I don't have that. But I went ahead, I'm going in with my IT Cosmetics dual-sided brush. My in-law got this for me from IMATS. I'm going to go ahead and use this side. This is actually going to be for the brow bone. So I'm just going to go right underneath. So I want like a glowy, like kind of look. Perfect. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and go right here above. Oh, you know what I forgot to put on was blush, and I love blush. Baby girl, what are you? This is my MAC blush. I use it in the shade Melba. This one's kind of poopy, but it's okay. It still does its job. So I'm going to go ahead and use my e.l.f. blush brush. Can't believe I almost forgot blush. Blush and bronzer is my thing. Highlighter isn't even really like, I feel like I'm like saying a sin when I say I don't really care for highlight that much. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, but I can live without it. I couldn't live without blush or bronzer though, that's for sure. So I went ahead and just applied a little bit on each side. The MAC blushes pigment is beautiful. Okay, so we're good with that. Now we can go back in with the highlight. So I'm going to go ahead and use my fan brush. This is from Coastal Scents. Go right there above the cheekbone. Each side. Well, no, that's not really giving me the pigment I want. See, there you go. That's where it's at. So just get a little stripe right there. You see that? You see that shit? Come on. You can't say you don't fuck with my highlight. I don't even couple highlight like that, but that was beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and go in on the other side. Girl. Girl. Oh, grr. Oh, grr. So I'm gonna put it right there on the nose. And then we're gonna do the exclamation point. Her. This is just with the excess. I didn't really add more, just because I don't right on the upper lip, I don't want it to be too much, just because then it'll start looking a little rocky. But that is perfect. Here I go, pulling down my shirt for the 100th time. This is the KYLIE Velvet Liquid Lipstick, and this is in the shade Bear. I'm actually going to go in with a white liner. This is the NYX SPE 906 White Eye and Eyebrow Pencil. So this is what that looks like. Eyebrow pencil. Wait, put that shit up there. What? I actually thought I was done, and then I realized I didn't do any drop shadow. Funny me. Funny. Or I didn't even put on bottom mascara. Girl, I'm slacking. I'm going to go ahead and use the same color that I used for my crease shade. So right here, and I'm using this flat brush again. This actually had a little bit of shimmer on it, but I went ahead and wiped it off. Okay, I'm going to go in with this brush instead. This is, I'll use my forehead to offset it. There you go. This is just a more precise brush. This is from Coastal Scents, and this is BRCN14. I did want to put a little bit of gloss like right in the center, so I'm actually going to go in with my e.l.f. What shade is this? e.l.f. and this is in the shade Glow. This is just a glitter gloss. I actually picked this up from Marshall's. I shop at Marshall's a lot, as well as Target. So I'm just putting it right in the center, just so it can give me like that pouty look. Alright everyone, so that is going to be the completed look for today. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and also let me know if there's any products or any sort of looks that you all want me to try out. I'll be glad to try those for you. For today's post notification shout out, it is going to go to It's Fear. That is my other little bro. His name is Matthew, so make sure to go check out his channel. If you do want a post notification shout out just like this, all you gotta do is like this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and then comment when done. Oh, duh. Also hit those post notifications so then you'll be notified whenever I do upload. But yeah, so here is a up close and personal view. I know the quality wasn't all there, but yeah, this is the sort of look that I came out with today. I know it is pretty basic, but I don't want to do anything too crazy just yet. I kind of want to stay in my comfort zone just so I can get used to talking to you guys and doing my makeup at the same time. Well, not only talking to you guys, but guiding you through it. So I love you all so much, and I hope you all have a great week, and bless up. Spring makeup tutorial slash oatmeal mukbang. Yo, put it. Okay, I'm just gonna redo it. It's okay. This is so annoying. Well, for today's... Oh. What?